Hi y'all. I know that I've been a little bit absent. This past month and a half has been a little bit of a whirlwind between all of the events, all of the art challenges, and then smatter in a couple of personal issues and drama. It's been a little much. So grab yourself a tasty snack because I feel like this one's probably going to be a little bit of a long one. All right, so a couple months back, I threw my name in the virtual cowboy hat for ZineFest. I signed up for half of a table because I am a little baby zine maker and I'm just starting out on zines. So I was worried that I wouldn't have that many to sell. So it was a month or so when I finally heard back and found out that I would be having half a table at ZineFest. Luckily, Hippo, and I'll put her name here, had started a zine-tober art challenge, which timing-wise was perfect, because I had been kind of loosely following along with the challenge. So I wasn't too panicked as far as not having enough zines to sell by the time of the start of the event. Let's talk a little bit about zine-tober. So, like I said, Hippo created this challenge. I really love the prompt list that she created. It's a zine, but it's not like you're trying to make a zine a day. The pace is much more relaxed, which, like I said, with the crazy month that I've had, I very much appreciated. And the prompts were very carefully explained and laid out. So I'll show you kind of what I made for each prompt-ish. So the first one was, let me scoot over a little bit, fanzine. And for that one, I decided that I would do drawings of my favorite HEB brand food items. So chips, salsa, tortillas, cookies, ice cream. These are all their brand things that are really good. And even if they're duplicates of, knockoffs of something else, they're really, really good. So that's my little entry for fanzine. For how to, I decided to take a zine that I had already made and turn it into a kit. So I made this texture foraging zine a while back, but I got some little stamp pads and some putty and put it all in a little bag so that people could go and do their own texture foraging. The inside of this zine is turns into a little sketchbook so that people could stamp. So that's one. And then I also did a s'mores, recipe book. It came with a little sticker, and basically it's just filled with s'mores recipes that go kind of beyond the standard, graham cracker, Hershey bar, marshmallow. It starts out really kind of slow with just a little bit of swapping out the Hershey bar for some other candy bar, but the rest of the recipes do get a little bit more complex, including some savory s'mores, which aren't really s'mores, but I'm calling them s'mores because you eat them basically the same way. So that one was really fun to make. I'm a huge fan of s'mores, and also just generally good food. So the next one was Perzine, and I did start one for this, but I didn't finish it. So we'll skip over that one, and I'll probably do a little video about that one sometime in the future. For illustration, I had a lot of zines that fell into that category, but for the actual challenge, I finished up this one, which was just a little book of book covers that I've read this year and really enjoyed. This is the one that I did for the challenge. And then I just had a couple of other, same kind of thing. This is illustrations of things in my purse. Illustrations of boats that I saw while I was in Cancun. This one is illustrations of people with terrible, terrible sunburns. So, just some silly zines. I really like this one too, and this one was also pretty popular at ZineFest, which is rating gifts that my dog brought me. So, just some kind of funny drawings. Next up was list, and I decided to make a list of art supplies that people may not have tried yet. I think people in our community probably have tried most of these, but for people that are just kind of starting out on drawing, it's just kind of a little breakdown of some different art supplies that they might want to try and why I like them. And this one came with a little rainbow pencil for the ZineFest. And the last prompt was comic zine. I had this one already. This is just a little adventures in entertaining a toddler while on a flight delay. So just like some little cute drawings. But this is the one that I made for the zine-tober challenge. And it's called Just an Empty Shell, and it's about a stowaway hermit crab. So, give you guys a little peek inside. And I really like this one because on the inside, and don't mind that little magnet, I use that for ZineFest. It's got a little guide to shelling that I found in a magazine, and just kind of condensed into like a one-page little illustration. So just telling you about different shells that you might find on our local beach. And yeah, I thought that one came out really cute. So that was Zine-tober. And to Hippo, if you're watching, thank you so much for creating this challenge. You did a fantastic job organizing it. I'm so glad that you did it because it really motivated me to make some zines, and I felt super prepared for ZineFest. So thank you, Hippo. So, in addition to Zine-tober, like I mentioned, I had a lot of like events and things like that. I also attended Steamrolled X, which was a exhibition of all the people that made prints during this Rock and Rolling Prince event in October. Me being one of them, of course. That was a really fun event. It was nice because I got to talk to all the artists in a much less frantic setting, without people shouting paper team or, board transport or anything like that. So it was much more relaxed. It was a really great turnout. I got to talk to, like I said, all my artist friends, and I also got to see some people that I haven't seen in a long time, which was really nice. I'll put some pictures of some of the prints here so that you guys can see them. And I wish I had gotten a better picture of this super cool dress that Anna Hazel was wearing, because she used one of her old boards to print on the actual dress, which I thought was such a clever idea. After that, we had a couple more days of just prepping for ZineFest, finishing up all of the like administrative type stuff like pricing charts and business cards, banners, things like that, printing out a couple more stickers, and then it was ZineFest. The event itself was a bit of a blur. Basically, I got there, set up, and the event started. I was lucky to have a table next to a really great friend, Cicada Faith. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but I'll put her Instagram handle here so that you guys can see it. Her table was so amazing. Her branding was so on point. It was called Gross Stuff. And it was truly just hilarious gross stuff. So definitely go and check out her little page. It's amazing. As far as my table goes, setup was pretty minimal. I had a stand with my zines, which kept blowing away, so I had to get really creative and MacGyver some like magnet solution for all of my zines. I had some uprights that I put my stickers on. These things were like panels from like IKEA that I've had for probably almost 2 decades now. So I just stuck them on the uprights along with my banner. And then I had a little side table with some like other random things, just to have some variety. And then I think kind of star of the show, unintended star of the show, was the little vending machine that I made. So let's talk about the vending machine. So the vending machine started out as a kid's toy. It was like a little kid's vending machine, complete with like little food items and a menu. I gave all of that stuff to my son, which he has been very much enjoying. And then the inspiration was kind of these, I think they're called Artomat. I don't remember what their website is, but I'll try to put like a link for it. But basically they're little local artist vending machines that are made from converted like cigarette dispensers from like the actual mid-century. So they're very mid-century coded and themed, and that's kind of what I was going for with my little vending machine. So I carefully measured out and cut vinyl to kind of cover up the more kind of kid fonts and kid colors and make it into something that was more my vibe. I added lights and I made a little sign. I went with the name Made-O-Matic, because I thought that was like a little bit of a nod to my channel / a nod to the, machines. And it was a hit. It was a hit. People really enjoyed putting in the little coins and getting their little vending machine items. Sometimes the items would get stuck just like a real vending machine, which I thought was kind of funny. I filled the vending machine with blind boxes. I didn't have like a lot of stickers. I had like a couple of a lot of different stickers instead of like, actual stock. So I thought that the blind box would be the way to go. So I included stickers, patches, and buttons in a blind box with some like loose themes. Like there was like mushroom blind boxes, bird blind boxes, and like little creature blind boxes. And yeah, they were really, really popular. I literally almost sold out of them. I think I only had maybe 5 left. I also sold a handful of pretty much everything else that I was selling. A lot of stickers, quite a few zines. I think the HEB zine was by far the favorite. I sold almost every one of those. Some little prints that I had made and printed notebooks. I also sold some of these like little plants. I had like a handful of these that I just kind of put out on the table for people to buy, and almost all of those sold. So really great day as far as selling things go. Got to talk to a lot of people, had like a lot of fun chatting with people. And yeah, it was just like a really great event. I think that my only regret was doing it by myself. I wish I had brought somebody with me, because then I could have stepped away from my own table a little bit more and seen some of the other artists. It was hard to get away because it was a very, very steady stream of people. But I'll wrap up this video with a couple of things that I picked up from some of the lovely artists that were around me. Okay, so this was the official ZineFest. Let me go. This was the official ZineFest compilation book for 2025. A lot of like little cute stuff in here. I'll just give it a quick flip through so you can see it. So that's that. This was a free publication. I won't open it up because it's pretty big, but it's very cool. This one was for my cute friend, Dippity Dang Doodles. This was actually a trade because she was looking through my zines and noticed that I had drawn a Becky Chambers book and said that she had a button from a Becky Chambers, like a themed Becky Chambers button. So we did a trade for this one, and I love it so much. This was a little zine that somebody traded me for my dog zine, and it is Cats That Are Adoptable. I thought that was super cute. I picked up this little business card, which I thought was really funny, which I need to go and check out. This was another one that somebody brought me to trade, and I just thought the illustrations were so cute. And there's a little QR code on the back there. I got this little sticker from Paloma the Peach, which was just a couple tables down from me, and I am sad that I did not get to go and chat. I wanted to find out more about her Rezo machine and how she's doing all of that. It seems very cool. And then I picked up these two little stickers from Liz Ibanez. I just thought that they were so cute. I have some of her stuff, so it's going to go along nicely with my little collection. And that's all the stuff that I picked up for ZineFest. So with that, I will end the video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this slightly kind of chaotic, I don't know, vlog? Is it a vlog? I don't know. But it was a really fun month. I've got more stuff to share with you guys, but I will save that for the next one. So I will catch you guys on the next video.